Hi, my brothers and sisters. I know you guys are tired of hearing the Casey Anthony name and all of those things, but I just want to go and do like this real quick update that in the TikTok world, everybody else is talking badly about Casey Anthony, and in this next video coming up really really soon here, my brothers and sisters. Here comes the videos right now.
I am a legal advocate. I am a researcher. I've been in the legal field since 2011, and in this capacity, 25. This is my first of...
You got some nerve coming up here with that shit, girl. Everybody knows who you are, but I guess that's why you're here, right? Your daughter, who you drugged so you could go out and party, and she didn't wake up. You threw her in the frickin' near your house like she was garbage. You remember that? This is society's fault. Let me tell you why. Gypsy Rose, y'all, with your support, and you're gonna help her. Now she's rich and famous from being a murderous monster. So now all the murderous monsters are gonna come out. Kaylee deserves justice. Don't act like you're here for this baby's justice when you're this baby's murderer. You got some nerve. You got some nerve. It made me sick seeing your face on this app. You most likely will delete it or whatever you're gonna do, but ew. We all know what you did. Now, years go by and you're gonna act like you're gonna advocate. Oh, God be with me. God be with me. This is for money. This is for fame. This has a damn thing to do with that precious little baby who I believe you took's life. Your own flesh and blood. Prayers for your children now.
We're sweat to death. Okay. Today is Saturday, March 1st, 2025. This is my first of probably many recordings on a series that I'm starting. I am a legal advocate. I am a researcher. I've been in the legal field since 2011. And in this capacity, I feel that it's necessary, if I'm going to continue to operate appropriately as a legal advocate, that I start to advocate for myself and also advocate for my daughter. For those of you who don't know, my name is Casey Anthony. My daughter is Kaylee Anthony. My parents are George and Cindy Anthony. This is not about them. This is not in response to anything that they have said or done. That's not to say that I'm not going to respond at some point to some of the things that they have said and done. The whole point of this is for me to begin to reintroduce myself. I'm doing this both personally for me, but in a professional capacity. Moving forward, the majority of what you will see will be me speaking in a professional capacity. My goal is to continue to help give a voice to people, to give people tools and resources that they can utilize so they actually know where they can turn to. So with that, please join me on Substack. If you have questions, I will set up an email address where we can correspond directly. Up until this point, that has never happened, and it's only going to be on a limited basis regarding legal issues, legal matters. One of the main reasons that I'm doing this, there are people close to me who have been targeted and attacked recently. There are also people close to me who have had some recent things occur, and when necessary, people needed to step up, myself included. So as a proponent for the LGBTQ community, for our legal community, women's rights, I feel that it's important that I use this platform that was thrust upon me and now look at as a blessing as opposed to the curse that it has been since 2008. With that, these aren't going to be perfect. They're not going to be edited. Most of the time, they're not going to be short. But I am proverbially standing in the light, embracing this piece, still going to keep my privacy intact. So you will get very comfortable with my car, and I will explain in great detail why it's so important for people to protect their privacy. It's not just important to public figures, it's even more important to private individuals. And with the current climate in our country especially, it's that much more important, which is why I am utilizing the Substack platform. Yes, I am advertising this and publishing this on TikTok, possibly also through other meta platforms, but my intention is to separate from that and showcase even more why Substack is such an important resource for people to utilize moving forward. Anyway, I appreciate your time, and we'll see how this goes. For myself, and also advocate for my daughter. For those of you who don't know, my name is Casey Anthony.
Advocate for your daughter. You got some nerve. You got to get off this app. I mean, for real. And take your fucking evil ass followers with you. Just go. I cannot believe that you had the nerve to make an account on social media. Get the fuck out. We don't do evil here. We expose it. I ain't gonna even say God have mercy on your soul.
We're sweat to death.
I killed my baby and I got off, but it wasn't enough attention for little old me. I know I'm a total scum, but it wasn't enough attention for little old me. I'm Casey Anthony. Why don't you follow me? I'm Casey Anthony, 'cause I'm more than a murderer. I killed my baby and I got off, but it wasn't enough attention for little old me.
We're sweat to death. Okay.
Why are you on here? No one likes you. No one believes your bullshit. No one wants you here. You can't advocate for any fucking body because you disappeared for a month and didn't report your fucking daughter missing, and now she's dead because you didn't give a shit. No one believes you didn't have anything to do with it. So you need to take your ass somewhere else and fucking hide. For educational purposes only, no hate. Like, you also just broke up a fucking marriage and are living with a married man. There's many times that you get in fights and shit in public and stuff. Like, bitch, disappear. Disappear. No one fucking wants you here. And hopefully, you got yourself fucking sterilized because you shouldn't have any more fucking kids. Have a good day.
Advocate that I start to advocate for myself and also advocate for my daughter. For those.
I'm sorry, you're gonna do what now? Advocate for the daughter that you killed, right? You shouldn't be a legal advocate even for yourself, let alone children. Like, you shouldn't even be out right now. And why are you even on the internet right now? Like, are you seriously that stupid? And shame on everybody that is following her. Do not give her all that satisfaction. She does not deserve it. 10 out of 10, she needs to be off this app and shouldn't refer to herself as a legal advocate for her daughter that she... No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Go on.
Those of you who don't know, my name is Casey Anthony.
And that's it. Nope. No, listen. I'm a clause. I am the keeper of the naughty nice list. You are on the forever naughty list. You knew. You say that you knew your child passed away, but you didn't come forward. Look, I don't need this. I don't want to see this on my FYP. TikTok, you got to do your thing. Get her off my FYP. And I would hope that a lot of you out there, I could see that she's starting to gain traction. Go ahead. You want to support her, support her. This is nothing more than a money grab. All right? This TikTok's been around a while. Why's she not been here until now? You tell me. Put it in the comments. Tell me why now. Not on my timeline. I'm blocking you.
Advocate for my daughter. For those of you who don't know, my name is Casey Anthony. My daughter is Kaylee Anthony.
Like the song goes, hold up, wait. You thought you were fucking with who? Bitch, please be for real. Let's tell the truth. However that song goes. I think I fucked it up, but hey. I don't care. It still goes. Hey, let's tell the truth. Because we know you're not advocating for Kaylee Marie. We are the advocates for Kaylee Marie. I have watched your case from day one. You're a murderer. I don't care what anyone says. You should be in jail, or 6 feet under, or how far under the ground you can go. Kaylee Marie had no chance. Kaylee Marie should be 20 right now. Kaylee Marie should be doing TikToks right now, not you. You shouldn't even be on TikTok. Don't know why TikTok allows you. They should ban you. They banned everybody else for little things. Why do they allow murder? You try to blame your parents. They took lie detector tests. They might have had something to do with helping you out or whatever. I don't know. I don't know. But their lie detector tests, they passed. Let's talk about yours. I've watched your case from day one. The last time I heard you took a lie detector test, you were on something and it was inconsistent, or however it goes when you take drugs or whatnot. I know you can't take one now because statute of limitations or whatever, however it goes. Your parents took one. You shouldn't be on here. Nobody feels sorry for you. Nobody's going to give you pity. You're not an advocate for Kaylee Marie. I won't give her your last name at all. Murderers don't get pity. Oh, some of them do. When you have estranged fans or whatever, weird people. But me and all the top TikTokers, you know, content creators, I'm not a top one, but I know I stand firm with Kaylee Marie. And I know they stand firm with Kaylee Marie. We all know you should not be here. So do us all a favor. Delete your account, or I'm pretty sure we'll all pretty much make you do it at some point, because you're a murderer. You shouldn't be on TikTok. Nobody gives a flying fuck about you. We give a flying fuck about Kaylee Marie. You have no right to say her name. For Kaylee Marie up there, we got you, baby girl. Being a mom myself, I advocate for my kids 24/7. I have a severely brain damaged son that I advocated for day one, and he is 7. Where were you at when your child needed you? Pretty sure you were partying it up while your child was deceased. Advocate for that, man, because you are not an advocate. And again, nobody wants you here. Cake rocks.
Okay, is it just me, or did Casey Anthony already take down her TikTok? Because I just went to go look at it again to see, like, ooh, maybe she turned on her comments so I can talk some shit. And I realized that the account that looks like hers is like a screen record of her original TikTok. So, did we kick her out? I love that for us. So I wasn't going to touch this subject again, but here we are. Apparently, Casey motherfucking Anthony has issued a statement saying that she is going to sue anybody that makes a video about her, good, bad, and ugly, for defamation of character. But first, I'm going to address that raggedy bitch for reporting my video for criminal behavior last night. Bitch, you are the epitome of criminal behavior. Stop fucking playing. You chose to come to this platform. You knew exactly what was going to happen when you got on here. I don't want to hear your fucking temper tantrum. Back to what I came here for. Bitch, I will see you in court then. Because I would love to hear you explain to a judge what kind of horseshit you have been sniffing to come up with a legal basis to sue 170 million people. Stick with me. We're going to walk this through together. First of all, every video that I personally have seen on my For You page, including the video I made my damn self, has stated nothing other than what mainstream media has already said and what came out of that fucking twat waffle's mouth. Second of all, we have this great little thing called the First Amendment that details the freedom of speech. Heard of it, Casey? Because I'm not really seeing where the defamation of character is coming into play here. Not to mention, if you sue 170 million people, by the time everything is said and done, you're going to be dusty and crusty. Did we also not think about the fact that if you do sue 170 million people, that you are going to be paying more in court costs and attorney fees than you'll ever get back in restitution? And I gotta be honest with y'all, I don't know a judge in their right mind that wouldn't laugh her ass out of a courtroom for trying to sue 170 million people that spoke their mind and said exactly what they think about her on the tiki-taki. But I ain't gonna lose my whole motherfucking medulla over her little soft-ass statement. Let that cunt cake file that paperwork. Hell, I'll come pick it up personally. And I'm gonna be a whole menace to society right now and say, I think personally we should all jump on this little merry-go-round that she got going and take her for a spin and see how long her legal advocacy lasts and how long we can keep her tied up in court. She gonna get sick, I promise. But Casey, if you want to take me to court, that's fine. I'll be there in my best court attire and I'll take the stand and I'll testify to the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me God. Now that's something you know nothing about.
Does anybody on here do voodoo? I got a bitch I won't turn into a possum tonight.
Casey Anthony, did you report my video as branded content? Because it was the video I made about you explaining exactly who you are. Did you think your name was branded or something? Because what about the video was branded? Let me remind you that you became a household name for all the wrong reasons. In fact, you became a household name for unaliving your daughter. And now you have the audacity to come on this app and say that you're a legal advocate. But we all know that you know the system and the reasons you know the system. We never forgot that beautiful baby Kaylee, your daughter, she never got justice for what happened. We the people care. I know that you probably don't. But my content was definitely not branded, and the appeal I won. I'm pretty sure you seen Gypsy Rose get out and people accepted her. Not all of us, but some people did. And so just like Nancy Grace said, this is a money grab for you. You're trying everything in your power to grab the money. But we're gonna do everything to stop you. I know there's a whole army of women behind me who feel the exact same way. This message is for Casey Anthony. If you're not Casey Anthony, I don't care, you can stay. Hey girl. I don't know who gave you the confidence to crawl out of your hole and come to TikTok. But you are not safe here. Nor are you welcome. I suggest you crawl back in your hole and stay there. We didn't forget.
Why I will not follow Casey Anthony, but why I do follow Gypsy Rose Blanchard. Now let me preface this by saying I have a degree in psychology. I've done a lot of research on Gypsy Rose. I've watched a lot of documentaries. We've all watched the movie, right? Casey Anthony unalived her innocent child. That child did nothing to deserve what her mother did to her. Gypsy Rose, in my personal opinion, acted in self-defense. Now, are there other ways that Gypsy could have handled the situation? Absolutely. But when you go through that many years of abuse, of neglect, of being brainwashed, in her mind, I truly believe she thought the only way out was to unalive her mother. And a lot of you are going to say, well, unaliving is unaliving. One unalived her child and the other unalived her mother. Either way, they unalived someone. Two completely different scenarios in my mind. And if you disagree, you disagree. But that's why I will not follow Casey Anthony, but I do follow Gypsy Rose Blanchard.
I just got booted off of live for talking about Casey Anthony. I was detailing the 31 days, every single thing that happened during those 31 days when Kaylee was missing. And this is all in honor of Casey Anthony making her appearance on TikTok. And I am here to remind you of everything that actually happened, not hearsay, not story time. This is all fact-based, according to court records, cell phone documents, actual emails, messages, all of it. So I was on live, got booted off, but that's not going to stop me. I'm just going to go ahead and start making videos about this because I ain't got nothing but time. So stick around, follow me for more updates on Casey freaking Anthony.
So the jury comes back. Casey Anthony is not guilty. Not guilty. What? People lost their shit. I remember heads were exploding everywhere. Okay, people were furious. You know why? Because they had distracted and watered down the whole story, focusing on Casey's father and like what he may have done to her and how it just wasn't her fault. Casey is convicted of four misdemeanor charges of giving false information to a law enforcement officer. Judge Perry sentenced Casey to 1 year in county jail and $1,000 in fines. Now at that point, Casey had served 3 years already, so she got credit plus additional credit for good behavior. And with that being said, she was good to go, baby. You're free. Casey would be released from prison on July 17th, 2011. That's it. That's the story. If you remember watching this on TV, like I was, we were livid. Unbelievable. It still is. The jurors in that case, they were scared because they were receiving death threats of their own. They kept the jurors' names quiet for X amount of time, but after that, it was just like, here are their names, everyone. Ooh, it wasn't good. I feel like they just should have left the jurors alone and gone after like Casey directly, but I guess that's just me. So after the trial, it came out that Casey had filed for bankruptcy twice and was unable to pay her lawyer, Jose Baez. So what happens when you don't have money to pay your lawyer? Well, she paid him in sexual favors. Someone even reported seeing Casey completely naked in his office, and she accidentally like walked in on it, and they were like, oh shit. It's not illegal to have sex with your lawyer, okay? You can and you can, but it's certainly unethical. I guess they were having a little bit of a relationship. I don't know if there wasn't much facts about their relationship. It was more like just opinions about what was going on between the two of them, but I think it was pretty clear that she was having sex with him and he must have loved it so much that he helped her be free. I don't know. Anyways, so what happened with the Zenaida Gonzalez defamation case, you ask? Well, the judge tossed that one right out. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. In 2017, it was revealed that there was a search on the family's computer for foolproof suffocation, and that only could have occurred while Casey was at home. It was also discovered that 48 hours before Casey was arrested, her internet history was deleted, which is just classic suspicious behavior. Also in 2017, Casey did an interview. You can watch it online. I'll tag it down low. But Casey said that she remembers waking up that morning and saying goodbye to her mom and then going back to sleep. When she woke up, Kaylee was missing. Her story changes again. She was missing. Her mother theorized that Casey might have had a seizure, like she was known to do. And during her blackout, 'cause she's having a seizure, she blacks out. Kaylee must have died, and they can't get their story straight. Okay, why don't you just come out and say you did it? We're sick of the shit. Also, in this interview, she said that she's okay with herself and that she sleeps good at night. In 2017, Kaylee would have been 12 years old. And when the interviewer asked Casey what she thought Kaylee would be like at 12 years old, Casey said, quote, a total badass. And she laughed, saying she'd probably listen to classic rock, play sports, and not take shit from anybody. Casey took up photography when she was released, and not because she wanted to take pretty photos or whatever, but because she wants to become a private investigator. She may be one now, I don't know, because this was back in 2017. Casey said that one of the reasons she's so good at her job as a PI is because she learned firsthand how to research people's backgrounds, search for information, and gather all the information needed. The interviewer then asked, do you really think that your father had something to do with it? And Casey said that her father had Kaylee when she saw her last, and that she wasn't sure what happened after that. Again, stick with your story, girl. Literally a fish out of water, just flip-flopping all over the place with her stories. George has consistently denied all these allegations. Casey said that she doesn't give a fuck about what anybody thinks about her, and she never will.
I consider myself an active true crime consumer, and this is going to make a little bit sense. Please stay with me. Listen, hear me out, okay? So I watch a lot of Netflix documentaries. I watch a lot of YouTube channels. I listen to a lot of different podcasts, all related to true crime and cases that have gone on in America and, you know, internationally as well. I do find these things very interesting. I've lived a very crazy life myself and have been in a lot of crazy situations, and so something about true crime just kind of feels like home for me. But when I say that I am an active true crime consumer, I mean that when there is a podcast that says, hey, there's this ongoing petition, we need to call this judge or whatever it is, I take that extra step to try to help push the cases further and help in whatever I can as just someone who is watching the podcast or whatever it is, right? One pattern that I have noticed in watching so many different cases is when family members have someone who is missing or unalived and they're trying to get justice for their family member, they will use TikTok and social media as a platform in order to get that justice for their loved one, right? They'll make a video saying, hey, this is the case details, this is my family member, and then there's usually a hashtag that says justice for so-and-so, correct? I have had family members reach out to me. I am a small creator. I have a small platform, but every time a family member has reached out to me and begged me for help to make a video on their missing family member or someone that needs justice, I absolutely take the time to go ahead and do that. So I'm really confused, genuinely confused, how a lot of people don't understand that Casey Anthony coming on TikTok and saying that she's a legal advocate and that she wants to advocate for herself and her daughter and give legal advice, that screams guilty to me. And let me explain. If Casey Anthony really, really cared about Kaylee at the end of the day, if she really cared, if she really wanted justice for her daughter, she would have gone on TikTok, made a TikTok with either telling us all the real information of what she really did or asking us for help to get justice for Kaylee. Two of those things were not done. We all know what happened. We know the justice system failed Kaylee. I am someone that the justice system has also failed. So I am very aware. I'm very aware that the justice system is so corrupt. And I am not saying that my case is similar to Kaylee and Casey's case at all. But I am saying that I know that the justice system is corrupt. She should be behind bars. She does not deserve a platform, and I do not understand how so many people are following this woman so that she can monetize off her daughter's unaliving. To me, that's disgusting. As a mother, I could never, ever.
And also advocate for my daughter. For those of you who don't know, my name is Casey Anthony. My daughter is Kaylee Anthony.
Where was the advocating for your daughter for the 2 months she was missing before anybody put out a report that she was missing? Where was the advocating for your daughter in that moment? Where was the advocating for your daughter when they found 273 pieces of evidence against you? Where was the advocating for your daughter? Like, where was it? Where was it? Because my daughter, who's the same age as Kaylee, is now grown and here in person. I can go touch her and hug her, unlike you. Because you took her life. So where was the advocating for your daughter when you killed her? Because you killed her. And we all know it. None of us want you here. None of us want to fucking see you. Be gone. Be gone. You are a fucking monster. You are a monster. A monster. You killed your fucking baby and you're gross. And no woman No fucking woman wants to see you or your fucking face, hear your voice, nothing. I don't want to hear your name. I don't want to hear your fucking name. Like, do you not understand what you have done putting yourself on a platform where we can all talk to you now? Where was the advocating for your daughter? Where was the advocating for your daughter when you killed that baby and stuffed her in your fucking trunk? Where was the advocation for your daughter? Where was it? You want to sit here and give voices to people who don't have voices. Where was the voice for your baby? Where was your baby's voice? That's right. You took it from her. 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 But you're going to try to give it to a whole bunch of other fucking people like anybody fucking wants a voice from you? Of all fucking people? A murderer of their own fucking daughter? No. 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 Your daughter was missing for 2 months. 2 months. Gone for 2 months. Before anybody made a report about her. Not even you. It wasn't even you. It wasn't even you. So, yeah, no. No. Nobody wants you here. You should be in a hole. You should be in a fucking hole. You know, a lot like the one your daughter's in. Because of you. I hope she has a voice now. From all us moms. I hope you're getting to hear her voice. From all of us. Because we're actually advocating for your fucking daughter.
We're sweat to death. Okay.
I'm just letting you know I'm probably going to become your least favorite person on this app because I will make it my life's mission to make a video every single fucking day that this app is still on in the United States to say your daughter's name. Kaylee. We want justice for Kaylee. We don't want to see your face. We don't give a shit about you. We don't give a shit about your story or your reintroduction. Like I said in my last video, I'm about to become the biggest menace you've ever fucking met, bitch. I told you, we don't want you here. You're not welcome here. And it's awfully funny. It's almost like you knew that. Hence the reason why your fucking comments are off. But you left your stitches on like an idiot. Kaylee. Anthony. We want answers. We want justice. I am going to stitch your video every single day to say your daughter's name. You will hate me by the end of this, I promise you.
I start to advocate for myself and also advocate for my daughter.
I'm suing Casey Anthony. I'm heading up a class action civil lawsuit. There's a change.org petition in my bio. You can go on there, you can sign. We're going to need a significant number to take and present to a judge. But the petition is there. Also, any action she takes legally after today will be considered retaliatory. And that goes toward it if she does it toward anybody on TikTok. The email's in my bio. Send an email. Tell me how it has affected you. The more we can collect and present to a judge, the stronger the case is going to be. In the state of Tennessee where she lives, you have to have 3 particular points to make the case viable. Did the person act with intent? Yes, she intentionally got back on social media. Was the action so shocking that a reasonable person would consider it so? Yes, her coming back to social media, knowing her reputation, knowing how the public felt is shocking enough to present a case. Third, did it create undue emotional stress? Absolutely. 2 tons of us on here. We all know the circumstantial evidence surrounding Kaylee. Court of public opinion, she was not found innocent. Go sign the petition. Send an email if you like. Let's pour all the support. Let's get this out. We can do this. We can do this. You'll have the day you deserve.
I'll go and put the links down below so you guys can go and kick Casey Anthony off the internet forever, my brothers and sisters. And if you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel and other social media platforms too, my brothers and sisters.